Welcome to the Joy Yogic Meditation course. My name is Jennifer Williams, and I am the owner and creator of this course, the owner of Joy Wellness in Salem, New Hampshire. And I also created a 200-hour online, the first ever of its kind, 200-hour online yoga teacher training. It's self-paced. So many of you that have signed up for this have gone through the yoga teacher training. It's not a prerequisite, but it does go hand in hand. So either way, however you came to this meditation course, you will enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. I've been on this journey myself for, well, depending on when I start my timeline, somewhere around 20 years. And it has brought me nothing but depth in life. It has meditation and holistic wellness, which includes yoga and the healing arts, and that includes exercise and nutrition and many different ways of creating whole health. What it has done for me really is just give me more insight into my life. It has allowed me to get in touch with my intuition, my inner knowing, my faith, and to trust that each moment is the path. That really the process is the path. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Over 20 years, I've learned so many lessons. And I'm at the place in my life now that I'm really working to, my practice is being present right now. And so I watch my mind reach for different things, maybe where I was a few years ago, where I thought I wanted to be, or where I think I want to be a few years from now. And I keep trying to I bring myself back and try, it's not always successful, these endeavors, to bring myself back to the present moment with gratitude and awareness of how I'm feeling, of what's coming up, and, going from there. So just honoring what's happening now without comparing it to the past or the future. And in this course, you'll learn to do the same thing. You'll learn how to be with yourself. Every meditation, really, every meditation practice is about learning to be with yourself in that moment with no judgment and allowing, so this is part of a holistic lifestyle. Yogic meditation. It is in meditation that we touch our true nature. It lives within, at the center of our being, our true nature. When we connect the heart and the third eye and watch the energy move down the spine and back up again, we harmonize with the divine. It was a thought that I had after a meditation. And it's something to contemplate. When we connect the heart, right at the center of our chest, the energetic heart, the heart chakra, fourth chakra, and the third eye, our seat of intuition, the thing that begins to connect us to, or that, is part of the process of connecting us with our heart and our faith. And then we in meditation, we begin to witness the energy that moves in our body. And I say the spine, the nervous system, it connects to the whole body. Down the spine, back up again. We harmonize with the divine. We harmonize with our true nature, which is divine. In this course, you will learn about yogic meditation. Yogic meditation is a method of calming the body and the mind in order to take the seat as the witness and to connect with the infinite radiating heart. From that seat, all things are possible. You will learn that yogic meditation, when applied in daily life, also becomes a heartfelt mindfulness practice. So yes, you will learn to sit and to meditate, but you'll also learn the thread, especially when it comes to yogic meditation. Every form of meditation is similar. And I'm not claiming this to be the way. No, nothing like that. This is just sharing information that, in my experience, has worked for me in the many years of doing this and teaching this. Heartfelt mindfulness practice. So you'll sit and you'll meditate. The thread is bringing that into your day until the next time you sit, or vice versa. And sometimes we have deeper awarenesses in our off the mat, off the cushion life. And so the Yogic Meditation course is there to guide you in having that awareness as much as possible in every moment of your life. So this one is a 6-step process. Yogic meditation is a 6-step process. And it's easier to break things down in digestible pieces. And that's that's how I would like you to move through this course. So whatever your learning style is, maybe you go through the whole thing, you read through it, you listen through it, you watch through it, and then you go through it again in small pieces. Or maybe you just start to go through it in small pieces. You got to find what's right for you. There's no rush. I know the feeling of urgency sometimes when you're on this path of taking in information and learning about yourself, and you start to feel energized and feel that sensation of urgency. Slow down a little bit, and take it in, let it digest and let it integrate into your being. Or fly through it and then come back again, fly through it a bunch of times. However you need to learn is the best way to do it, but do it. That's the most important thing, is showing up for it. So set a realistic schedule. What is your time budget? Is it 10 or 15 minutes a few times a week? That's totally fine, but stick with it. Sticking with it. Showing up is the hardest part. So show up. Set a flexible goal of when you want to complete it. Set a flexible goal of when you're going to work on it each week. And stick to that, just like you stick to brushing your teeth, just like you stick to showering, just like you stick to all your other daily routines that you feel like you can't live without. Do the same thing with this. Build it into your life in a way that is meaningful and practical. So yogic meditation is a 6-step process. We will immerse ourselves in the process and the analysis of the process as we move through the course. Imagine this journey as an infinity symbol, never-ending and self-contained. It's beautiful to watch the mind unravel and unfold to reveal the precious, sacred heart of your existence and your experience. If you have ever taken a course with me, you know that the outline is loose. The content in each section will be discussed along with any other information. So if you're reading along as you're watching or listening to this video, you'll see I already put in a bunch of other information. I do that. I create my outline and then I teach to that. The content in each section will be discussed along with any other information that arose during the creation of this course, which is usually the most interesting information. It's important to explore all of it. Okay, it's important to explore all of it. Brief outline of the course. Section 1 or Session 1, take a seat. This section will discuss how to prepare for meditation, the best posture, and how to find it, along with different ways of thinking about your seat. Session 2, breathing in the present moment. We know it is a wonderful moment. The title of this section was taken from a beautiful meditation by Thich Nhat Hanh. In this section, we will discuss the breath and some ways to use it before, during, and after meditation. Third session, let's bring it in. In this section, we will explore reeling in the wild garden of our senses. And a little, but if, what non-attachment a little about what non-attachment means. So in this section, we'll explore reeling in the wild garden of our senses. Our senses are wild. They're always reaching out and bringing in information. So we're going to learn how to reel it in. And we're going to talk about what non-attachment means. Probably doesn't mean what you think. Session 4, focus the lens. Here we will discuss and explore internal focal points. It is here that we are able to remain in and explore the inner workings of our sacred hearts. If this section seems daunting to you, I promise it will be broken down into edible pieces for you to digest with ease. Okay, focus the lens. We will discuss and explore internal focal points. All of it's going to be broken down into digestible pieces. The 5th section, like a sponge. Session 5 will take us on an adventure into absorption. This state of consciousness allows for grounded spaciousness to ensue and the merging of the intuition, divine, and sacred heart. And 6, Ananda, bliss of the blissful. We will conclude the formal lessons by using our imaginations, practice, and the culmination of the journey to embody Ananda or bliss. This section is not the goal of the course, but a thread that, when interwoven with all sections, can enlighten our meditation experience each time. So my recommendation, a loose recommendation, a minimum of 1 week per session. And then if you spend longer, that is really, really great. It's perfect. Really enjoy the journey. Take it in. Take notes. I always recommend journaling. I know that some of you do not like to journal. Journaling is more of a daunting task. And when I say journaling, it doesn't have to be every single thought that you have, and then I sat down and then I closed my eyes. It can just be very abstract. It can be words. It can be concepts. It can be pictures. You don't have to be an artist, but you might draw little stick figures. You might doodle. It does not have to be, there's no formal nature of journaling unless you're taking a specific journaling course or whatever. But when it's your own personal journaling, do what's right for you. So when you go through a session, you might take notes on what stands out to you, what you have questions about. Obviously, you can email me questions anytime. And after you meditate, or the whole process of meditation that you'll go through in each session, the things that you learn, when you do the practices, same thing, write your experience. And it does not have to be a word for word detail of the experience. It's just ideas that come to mind, what you noticed, how you feel in your body. And if you're a detailed journaler, that's totally great too. And feel free, if there's something that comes up and you write it down, you want to share that, you could always take a picture of your journal page, or if you write it out digitally, you can send that to me. Feel free to share with me whatever it is that comes up. I do not mind at all. And a lot of the times, this is the other thing too, is if you write something as if someone else was going to read it, right? Like as if you were writing it to me, it might help you to explain things in a more detailed way. If it's something that you really want to remember, then pretend like you're writing it to someone else and you'll explain it better. And it's just neat to have an account of your experience. So that's why I encourage journaling, taking notes, or however you need to put it to embrace that concept, to support your learning style. I recommend it. And stick with this course right now. I mean, there's so much information out there on every subject, any subject you can imagine, including meditation. And I encourage you to explore that, but while you're in this course, just stick with it. Unless, like I mentioned, Thich Nhat Hanh in the opening, feel free to look up his work. He has some beautiful meditation books. His meditations have influenced my life tremendously over the years. And the best thing that I found with his work is it's very, very deep, but also deeply simplistic and subtle. And you'll find over time, it's the subtleties that really, really matter. Not the big generalizations in life, in any aspect of your life, and not the big generalizations of things, but the subtleties, when things start to get broken down and you start to recognize it on, the smaller bite-size levels. Thich Nhat Hanh. I can't say enough about him. Anyway, something like that. If I bring up an author or a teacher and you want to look them up, feel free, but stick with the information in this course and then see where it takes you after. You'll start to recognize what you become interested in, and you might explore deeper into those interests. Welcome to the journey, and I hope you enjoy it, and I'm grateful for you. Namaste.